We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington football team. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
On first down, Gilchrist. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
The ball carried by
5 yards is the tally on first. First down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
7-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Open man is Antonio Gandy Golden. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Gilchrist. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Davion Taylor there to bring him down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers put up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game too.
A loss of 2.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
8-yard line.
Gets it to Gabriel on the jet sweep. And some strong running. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And Washington has taken a 1st quarter lead. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Eagles, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think...
Hurts fumbles it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, two-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. Yeah, perfect omelet. Dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. He went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now a dump off here complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
Here's Jason Huntley, the rookie from New Mexico State. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. Here's Hurts to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down.
And out.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's fielded at the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
9-yard line.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now it's Haskins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Eagles nothing.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Hurts pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A 5-yard pickup. It's now 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. Throwing is Hurts. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Chase Young. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. On second down now. Huntley. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 to be exact.
And it's 3rd down.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Throw left side complete. That's Love. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On second down, Huntley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like, you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good with their...
This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A run with Huntley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Back at the 36-yard line.
He'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
He'll drop to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They go play action with Hurts. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but now it's third down.
Third down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Final play of the half, it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with a Washington football team on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll run on first down. Gilchrist. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's Haskins. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action with Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you win 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
On 2nd down now, Gilchrist. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
4th and goal.
Here we go on 4th down. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. On 1st down, Huntley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 2-yard line.
They go again with Huntley. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain that time, but it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gilchrist. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet, get right.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Wide. Get wide. Check 24. Check 24.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the 1st. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Haskins pass.
Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Jalen Hurts sacked. A fumble on the play.
Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. From the gun, Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 36 yards. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Washington 35, Eagles nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this to his running back, Calais. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run here with Raymond Calais. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Philadelphia.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll find his running back out of the backfield, Raymond Calais. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Here I come. Mike, 56, Mike, 56. 69. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you. 56 the Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. Watch the pass.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
Jalen Hurts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Washington on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9. Yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
89.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked on by Troy Apke. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run the option on 2nd down. Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Washington on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Flush to his right. Finding Gabriel complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
That's good.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They run the counter. Gilchrist. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles' offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Washington.